Why does creativity, why is it important in these situations? Why the rule? Why the law of creativity? Well, you're dealing with humans, right? Whenever you're in a competitive situation, whether you're competing for customers, you're competing for talent, you're competing to change a habit, right? You're competing with people's habits. You're dealing with people, and people are, we're amazing creatures, but we're great, but we're also really annoying and hard to read and unpredictable and picky. And creativity helps a lot. It helps. There's just you have a sort of the human impact of your standard business activity, but you have a greater impact, human impact from creativity. And this is true everywhere, at every stage, and I'm sure you guys have seen this a lot of times. I mean, this is kind of the cycle of marketing, of outbound marketing. Building awareness for your product. Many companies, maybe they're newer companies, or they're new to their competitive situation has just changed. Don't often recognize just how hard it is to build awareness for themselves, to just be noticed. And if you think about how many stores you've never been in, how many cities you've never visited, how many airlines you've never flown. I mean, sometimes it's because you're just not aware, and other times you are aware, but there are a lot of other reasons you just wouldn't consider them. You wouldn't prefer them over somebody else. You wouldn't buy them for some reason. You wouldn't keep buying them. And so creativity just makes your life significantly easier at every stage. And it's more efficient, each one of these steps. It's more efficient, and it's less expensive. I mean, awareness. This is for a sleep disorder clinic in Arizona, I believe. All right? And they've just applied a very simple but very effective creative technique. They went and they basically put a sign for themselves on the fridge in local markets where they sell energy drinks. And they made a sign that looks like an energy drink, but they're basically saying, if you really want more energy, sleep. Another example is The Gap. This is actually running right now in Vancouver. They turned a store literally upside down. You can't miss, I mean, that's going to be a store you're not going to miss when you're walking down the street. And of course, this impacts consideration, preference, right? Here's just a little video of them turning the store upside down, which is now, this is just traveling around the web. And it makes you maybe consider The Gap again, prefer The Gap again if this is working for you. It links to their store so you can purchase. You can also purchase in the upside down store. And retention. This is in fact actually a promotion for a new customer loyalty program called Spryz that they've just launched. Recommendation. Actually, I went to this morning to do a screen grab of what is kind of like the main, there's a new thing, I mean, it's not that new, but on the web, recommendation engines. Basically websites where people recommend news stories or they recommend websites to one another. And I wasn't expecting to see McDonald's, I was just expecting to see what usually happens. People are recommending news stories. And so, I mean, here, this is in a way a new form of PR, right? But here, video calls now available on the iPhone. Within 6 minutes, this was only made popular 6 minutes ago, and it's already had 102 recommendations. So each recommendation is actually worth quite a lot of views. And so companies are learning how to be smart about the recommendation, use creativity in the recommendation part of the cycle. But actually, when I came to do this screenshot to show you guys, I saw that actually McDonald's is literally buying their way into this, and they're trying to associate themselves with recommendation in the hopes of being recommended themselves.